you believe it? After all this time of dating, we're finally taking the next big step. We're progressing our relationship even further. I mean, Beverly, did you think on that first day that you met me that we would actually be doing something like this together? Honestly, it's crazy how life works, isn't it? You never know where you're gonna end up. I gotta be honest with you, Carl. I'm a little bit insulted. I mean, I had a massive premonition that something like this would happen at some point, even from the first day that we met. I thought you did too. Are you kidding me right now? Even way back then, you actually thought that this would happen? Wow. I have to say, you really have a good sense, don't you? Is it really a good sense? I thought you and I experienced the same thing. I thought it was love at first sight for both of us. Well, hey, you're not wrong about that. I was definitely dumbfounded by your beauty. But to think that we would actually go as far as to move in together. Now that's something different, right? Maybe. Maybe you might have a point about that. Come on. Are you saying that you actually predicted everything that happened up until now, Beverly? You predicted all the different types of dates we had, all the trips and all the adventures, all the crazy experiences that accumulated to the love and strength that we have now. Come on, be honest with yourself. You didn't know that everything like this would happen, right? Okay, well, maybe I didn't know all the finite details, but I definitely knew that we would get pretty serious at some point. Ever since day one, we've clicked. There was this weird vibe that I've never had with anyone else before. And trust me, I've met a lot of people. Hey, come on, let's not get into that. I don't want you to start making me jealous or anything. I don't need to know that you met a lot of people. I can already assume as much. But in all honesty, wow. I mean, take a look at the place that we've got ourselves into. Nice spacious rooms, a very large backyard, and we even have a really cute exterior that looks good on the outside. If you ask me, this is the perfect little situation for a couple of dogs here and there. Maybe a parrot. And who knows? I might be getting ahead of myself, but I can see a couple pair of legs just pounding throughout the house, causing an absolute ruckus. You're talking about children, right? You're damn straight I'm talking about children. Come on. Are you trying to say that you weren't thinking about the same thing? The little premonition skills haven't looked that far into the future, have they? No, it's just that we haven't really discussed this type of thing before. I was really curious about where your head is at. But you actually want kids, don't you? Of course I do. You haven't been able to assume as much so far. That's the type of guy I am. Beverly, family is a big thing to me. I mean, you met my family, right? Look at how huge it is. All the aunts and uncles that I have and all the cousins. Trust me, whenever there's a family gathering, it's hard to remember a couple of people's names, and I'm already an adult. What's the matter? Is this something that you're not too keen on? You just want to spend the rest of your life with just you and me? No, of course not. I'm really stunned that this is what you want, but that doesn't mean I'm not happy about it. I'm actually really relieved. It's a good thing that we're on the same page. It is, isn't it? Honestly, Beverly, you and I meeting each other is an absolute miracle. A romance like this doesn't blossom all the time, you know? We should be grateful for it. I know I don't want to sit here and toot our own horn, but take a look at our friends and their relationship. It isn't nearly as intimate and strong as ours. I mean, sure, they found people that are good for them and whatnot, but it's not the same special extent that we have. Well, would you look at that? Someone's getting a little bit of a big head, aren't they? Oh, wow. Is that how I sound? You're totally right. I sound like such a dork, don't I? I need to stop doing that type of thing. Well, you know what I say? Why not? Why not be proud of this type of thing? You're right. We've got something that a lot of people don't have, and I think it's totally fine to be happy and wear that on your sleeve. But you know what, Beverly? Just because you and I have an amazing connection and it's something that not a lot of people have, it doesn't mean that our relationship is exactly perfect. I mean, there are still some things that we could work on. Oh, really? Do you really think so? What did you have in mind? Did you decide to take up cooking lessons or something? Honestly, I've been sitting around waiting for you to finally do something like that. Wow, you're a really funny one, aren't you? Of course I'm not talking about something like that. Although the thing I am talking about is a little bit trivial. Trivial? What do you mean by that? Well, look. We don't need to sit here and talk about how much of an amazing run you and I have had. That much is pretty clear. But there's a lot of things that we could work on. A lot of little things. When you think about it, I've been pretty open about myself ever since day one. I let you meet my family, right? I didn't even need to wait for you to ask me. I just surprised you one day with dinner. Yeah. You know what? You could have given me a heads up on that one. I mean, this is your family, right? I wanted to give them a really good impression. We argued so much about that afterwards. Okay, but you should take that as a testimony to how good an impression that you're always giving. I wanted you to be your natural self. I didn't want you to get prettied up or anything. I don't know. I didn't even wear my makeup that day. Babe, look, I'm telling you, it's fine. You're beautiful. Trust me, you should have heard the comments that they told me afterwards. But you know what? You met my parents and they absolutely love you. They had a really good reception of you. You, on the other hand, are different. I mean, sure, you introduced me to your dad, but you've been really reluctant for me to spend a lot of time with him. I mean, I've only met him on the casual occasion and we didn't even get that much time to talk. We didn't have that much time to bond and whatnot. Yeah, it's unfortunate that that's the way it has to be, huh? Well, does it have to be that way? Honestly, I'm really serious about our relationship, Beverly. If I can, I want to make this the best thing that it can be. In my opinion, meeting the parents is one of the most important things for me to do. You can understand where I'm coming from, right? Yeah, look, no, I totally understand. You have every right to get along with my dad. Okay, well, how about you stop getting angry at me every time I try to connect with him? I do not get angry every time you try to connect with him. You do. Who are you kidding? Every time I try to talk to the guy, you get really frustrated about it. Do you remember the time that we were at that dinner and I was having a casual conversation with him? Him and I were just kicking back, having a good laugh, and you were getting so angry sitting there next to me. I mean, you kept nudging me with your elbow. It was really starting to bruise my arm, and then after, you would actually go as far as to stamp my foot. Like, come on, it's quite clear that you really don't want me getting along with him. Question is, why? What's so wrong with me being close with your dad? He's gonna be my father-in-law someday. At least, I hope he's going to be. Look, there's a long story there, and I don't really want to talk about it. My dad is a really peculiar figure. Okay, so is that the problem then? It's not me to begin with. It's your dad, right? Even so, I don't see what the problem is. Every time I talk to him, he seems like a really nice guy. He always seems eager to get along with me, and he just generally has a really good character. Yeah, he appears that way, doesn't he? My dad always looks like the little social butterfly. What's going on here? I get the feeling that you're saying that with a lot of contempt. Look, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. The main thing is that we've moved in and I don't want to spoil the excitement that we have by talking about my dad. Let's just not worry about the little minor details like that and just focus on the future, okay? Let's think about our life and how it's going to be from this point on. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of bigger challenges than getting along with my dad. Well, I wasn't really saying that getting along with your dad is a challenge, but I'll take that. Anyway, you're right though. I mean, look at us. We're finally living together. I can hardly believe it. It feels like we were in a dream. There's a lot we need to do. I was talking about challenges before, and the first one is figuring out what we're gonna have for dinner tonight. Oh yeah, that's right. You must be at the shop still. Are you sure you don't want me to cook today? God, no. Look, I don't know what you should do, but don't do anything like that today, okay? I don't want to spoil the first day with your cooking. What do you mean, spoil it? You know I'm not such a bad cook. I know you hate most of my cooking, but I've got a couple of good dishes here and there, don't I? Yeah, look, that one's debatable. Just leave everything to me for today. In fact, maybe just leave it all to me for the rest of our relationship. I don't want you to do anything to spoil what we have so far. Wow, have faith in me, Beverly. I guess you really want to take the reins, huh? Well, that's fine. I'll do some other things today. I've got that little side gig that I do, so maybe I can earn some money from that. That's a nice little arrangement, right? You do all the cooking and cleaning, and I just earn the money. Hey, don't forget that I'm also working too. I need you to pull your own weight. Okay, fair enough. I'll have to do a little bit of that as well. Anyway, I'll see you later, honey. I'm looking forward to the rest of our lives. Hey, Carl. How are you doing? I know you and I don't get many opportunities to speak with each other, so me coming out of the blue like this must be pretty weird. But I just want to check in on you and see how everything is. You and my daughter moved in quite recently, right? She only just told me about it the other day. I feel a little bit sad that, being her father and everything, I probably should have known these things a lot earlier. She's always been secretive, that girl. She doesn't want to tell me anything. Anyway, enough about me. I want to know how the move went. Are you guys settling in okay? Is there any issues? Do you need me to come over? Well, hey Bruce, look at that. Here I was sitting around hoping something would brighten my day, and I actually get a message from my girlfriend's dad. I guess the world really has a funny way of working, doesn't it? You're really that excited to talk to me, Carl. I have to say, I'm quite flattered by that. Of course I am. I'm very into your daughter. Her and I have been dating for years now. I've had a lot of bad relationships in the past, but I'm really confident about this one. I really think it's going to go somewhere. I'm really sorry that she didn't tell you that we moved out together. I thought she would do something like that. You must think that I convinced her to do something like this behind your back. Oh, come on. Really? A guy like you? I know you're not the type to do that kind of thing. You're a very honest individual, Carl. I have a lot of respect for you. I was quite hurt about this being the way I found out, but I had a feeling that it was my daughter that was the reason for me not knowing any sooner. Yeah. Look, I'm really sorry about that. There's something about Beverly. I mean, she's amazing. I love her to bits. But she's always had this weird way of thinking. This weird personality. She's definitely not like me. I mean, I told my parents straight away. I was really excited to tell them that I was going to do something like this. In fact, I wonder if that's the reason why Beverly didn't tell you. I might be really happy and excited to take the next step in my life, but maybe she's a little bit embarrassed by it. Maybe she's worried about what you're going to say. Oh, what a bunch of nonsense. Come on, Carl. You know better than that. I mean, for whatever weird peculiarities my daughter has, that doesn't mean that you're to blame for it. Trust me, whatever issues she has are within herself. You've got nothing to do with it. Well, I hope you're right about that. I mean, you're her father at the end of the day, so you must know more about her than I do, right? But anyway, to answer your question before, no, we haven't had any issues so far. I mean, it's only been a couple of weeks. I'd hate for something to pop up this early. I'm expecting to be here for a really long time. Oh, really now? So you're actually expecting to be there in the long run? Maybe your whole life or something? Well, look, I don't want to get too ambitious, but if I could, I would, you know? I mean, her and I are still young. We don't really know what's going to happen in the future. If I ever did lose someone like your daughter, I have no idea what I would do about it. I mean, look, I don't particularly have a hard time finding a new partner or anything. But to find someone that I get along with to this extent, it's going to be really rare. That makes me really happy to hear, Carl. It shows that you're very devoted to my daughter. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty much 95% sure that she feels the same way about me. I mean, obviously, we have a couple of issues in our relationship that are very minor. She really isn't a fan of my cooking, unfortunately. It's so weird, though. I'm pretty sure everyone else absolutely loves my cooking. I wouldn't blame yourself for that. I mean, my daughter has always been a picky eater. She's very particular about the things that she eats. Trust me, I'm the one that had to raise her. I know her the best. I had a feeling that would be the case. It's good to have someone else's confirmation about it. I guess that's just another little roadblock in our relationship. Something that her and I have to work on. I mean, it's either she accepts my exquisite cooking or I just have to make it even better. But anyway, it's really rare that you and I get a chance to talk like this, isn't it? I'm really happy that you reached out to me, Bruce. Yeah, likewise. I don't know about you, but I've always wanted to have more of a conversation with you. Those rare times you and I get to talk at the dinners and the events that we sometimes get to go to, I always have a good time talking with you. You're a very good man, Carl. I think my daughter is very lucky to be able to meet someone like you. Well, thanks, Bruce. That's really nice to hear. And yeah, you know what? I've always felt the same way. I like the idea of getting along with my girlfriend's dad. As you can already guess, I'm really keen on her. I'm thinking about our relationship in the long run. I'm thinking about what's going to make us date for a really long time. Me getting along with the dad is a really important thing. Okay, well that's interesting to hear. Sounds like you and I are on the same page. If that's the case, why haven't you reached out to me more often? I mean, I feel a little bit insulted right now, Carl. You actually forced me to contact you first. I thought any man with a bit of chivalry about him would be the first to contact the dad. Well, look. My feelings have been in the right place. Don't get me wrong about that. In actuality, I've been very enthusiastic on having a relationship with you, Bruce. Even if it meant that we met maybe once a month or so. You know what I mean? Even just a little event for us to get along with each other, that would have been fine with me. It's just that your daughter Beverly seems to have an issue with it. Something about you and I getting along that really turns her the wrong way. Oh, really now? That's really sad to hear. So she's been the one that's been telling you not to talk to me, right? That's right. Do you have any idea why she would do something like that? I mean, look, you and I have talked about her and her peculiarities throughout this conversation. But this is really bizarre if you think about it. If you think about most relationships, a guy that wants to get along with the dad is a really rare thing, right? I think a lot of other girls would be really appreciative of the fact that I want to get along with you. It's so strange that she just really hates the idea of that. Look, I really don't know what to tell you, Carl. I mean, like I said, she's a little bit of a unique girl, especially with her past experiences. Her past experiences? This sounds like something I need to know about. Is there something about Beverly that I don't know? Well, look, I don't want to sit here and talk about things that she probably doesn't want you to know. I mean, I feel like I'm meddling in your relationship, right? If she feels like it's best for you to not know something, then I have to respect that. I mean, think about it. What if I told you something and it actually ended up with you guys not being together? I just couldn't forgive myself for that. Well, I guess you have a point there. At the same time, I feel a little bit cheated right now. What you're saying is that there's something that would make me reconsider my decision, right? Something that would tell me that I shouldn't be living with her. Honestly, I respect your way of thinking and everything, Bruce. But you have to see that this isn't exactly fair on me. Look, I know. Honestly, I don't think what I say is going to cause you to break up with her forever or anything. It's just going to cause a little bit of ripples in your relationship. I don't really want to do that, especially when she's dating a guy as competent and capable as you. Well, that came out of the blue. What do you mean by that? let's not beat around the bush here. Not only are you a very kind and polite individual, you're really working on what you're doing, right? I mean, my daughter has talked about you at length. She said that you've been working in your career for a very long time now. You're very passionate about your work. Because of that, you've climbed yourself up that corporate ladder and you've gotten yourself in a very lucrative position. Is she wrong about that? Is she just telling me lies so that I can be happy with the type of man that she's dating? Well, look. I think she would have been saying those types of things to get your approval of me. But that's not to say that they're not true. I don't like to boast about it, but yes, that is a part of who I am. I am in a position that's a lot better off than most people. I am earning quite a decent amount of money. Wow, would you look at that? Isn't that superb? Honestly, does my daughter even deserve a guy like you when you're working this hard? Well, hey, let's not forget the fact that she pulls her own weight too. I mean, she has her own job and she's doing a lot of the housework and stuff. If you ask me, everything equals out in the end. I do my fair share of work and she does her fair share. Who knows? In time, we might even find ourselves in a really fortunate position. I'm really hoping that we can actually have enough money to give a house to our children one day. My head might be up in the clouds at the moment, but I really hope something like that happens. I think that way of thinking is absolutely incredible. I don't think it's delusional or anything at all. It's good to be ambitious. You'd be surprised at how rare people like you exist in this world. Really? Do you really think so? Of course I do. I mean, look, there's a lot of deadbeats out there. A lot of people that are completely throwing their lives away. I know what you mean. You're talking about the people that just sit around playing games and stuff, right? That's pretty popular in my generation. Yeah, look, there's that type of thing. And then there are also people that just blatantly waste their money on crap. I mean, with the games, you're only wasting your time, right? You make one purchase and you don't have to make any other purchases after that. You can just play the game to your heart's content. The only thing that you're exchanging for that entertainment is your time. I'm talking about the other people. I'm talking about people that go out there and gamble. Talking about people that waste their money on alcohol. Now, those are the true deadbeats. Those are the people that have really lost with their lives. You sound like you're very passionate about this thing, Bruce. Well, what does that mean? Does that mean that you disagree with me or something? No, not at all. I mean, I agree it is a waste of money and your time to be engaging in that type of thing. Luckily for me, I never really got attracted to doing that. I mean, I've tried everything. I've had my fair share of alcohol and parties. I've hit the slots every now and then. I could never get hooked on any of it. Unfortunately, the dream of creating something amazing with your daughter is the thing that occupies my mind. I don't have time to think about having that type of fun or potentially winning big at some sort of slot machine. At the end of the day, you only lose more than you gain, right? You really have your head screwed on straight, don't you? What a wonderful man. You're not too bad yourself, Bruce. I think you're a very interesting and kind individual. Oh, really now? This old man? You don't need to flatter me. I know you youngsters don't have time for a person like me. Oh, come on, that's not true. I see you as a very resilient person. I know a little bit about what happened in your life, so you have my respect. Do you know what happened in my life? How much do you know exactly? Well, look, it's not like I've read your biography or anything. I've only heard little tidbits of what happened. I'm very curious about how much you know, really. There's a couple of things about my life that I don't want people to know. Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm pretty sure everyone is like that. But I guess the main thing that I respect you for is the fact that your wife passed away and you still carried on. In fact, I respect you and your daughter. Your wife passed away when she was very young, around about the same time that she was in high school. Oh boy, this is bringing back some dark memories. That's right. That's exactly when she passed away. I can imagine it was really hard on the both of you. You just became a single father and you lost one of the incomes in your household. You had to put your child through school. Despite having to deal with the pain of losing your wife, I can't even imagine how hard it would be to go through something like that. And then there's your daughter, Beverly. To lose your mother at such a crucial time in your life. It's really unfortunate that something like that had to happen to her. I'm amazed that she had the courage to push on through her schooling, not tell anyone about it, and just get the work done. Not a lot of people have that type of resilience. And look at her. She graduated from high school and then she went straight to work. She was so driven. It was a really tough time. I get quite emotional when I think back onto it. I can imagine you would. Even to this day, I feel like she really misses her mother. There's a part of it that affects her. I mean, most of the time when people pass away, we have this initial intense sadness, something that's unbearable. But then things happen in our life and we just have to move on. We don't have time to think about the pain of them being gone. There are a lot of times where Beverly is really distant with me, where she's thinking about something, times where she wants to be alone. She doesn't want me to bother her. I know I'm being very presumptuous here, but I would place a hard bet that what she's thinking about in that moment is her mother. She's thinking about the fact that she's gone. Look, I know Beverly would be talking about a lot of things. I know she's a very bright and bubbly girl, but she's holding back a lot of darkness in her, a lot of anger and sadness. I hope you're aware of that. Well, thank you for the heads up. I've always had my suspicions, but it's good to get confirmation of it. But you know what? I was aware of this type of thing from the very day I dated her. I mean, maybe I wasn't aware, but I was prepared for it. I knew that, and I wanted to be one of her biggest supports. And you know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna be. I don't know if she's ever gonna get over the pain of losing her mother, but I can at least be someone there to comfort her. I can be someone that can distract her from it, make her think about what's on the horizon. In all honesty, that's the least I can do for her. Wow. Just wow. What a powerful individual. For my whole life, I never thought I'd meet a person like you, Carl. You're a very good man. Well, thanks, Bruce. I really like hearing that type of thing from you. Anyway, you know what? You want me to be a good man to your daughter, right? That means I gotta take care of her. I gotta make sure I'm bringing some money into this household. Do you mind if I duck out and just do some work? I think it's good that you and I got in touch, so I'll be sure to text you more often. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't want to bother you. I mean, you got important things to do. I like the fact that you're earning a lot of money. It's a really good quality. Yeah, well, that's how the world works, right? I want to make sure that I can put a roof over your daughter's head. Anyway, this was a really good conversation. I look forward to speaking more in the future. Oh my god! Like, what the hell do you think you're doing? Did you really think you could do this type of thing behind my back? I can't believe you! Beverly, what's going on? Why are you so angry right now? I'm angry at you because I've looked at your phone. I've seen the notifications that pop up. I've seen who you've been talking to. You really are a piece of crap, you know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you talking about? A piece of crap? Don't you think that's taking it a little bit too far? What messages have you seen? You're acting like I cheated on you or something. You've done something worse than cheated on me. You've been getting all chummy with my dad, haven't you? Is that what you're angry about? Come on, you almost gave me a heart attack there, Beverly. Don't get angry at me for something so insignificant. Insignificant? You know how I feel about my dad, don't you? You know I don't like you guys getting along with each other. Okay, yeah, I get that. I know you don't like us getting along, but I don't even know the reason why. I mean, honestly, he's like one of the nicest people I've ever met. I don't see what issue you have with him all the time, Beverly. I think you really need to calm down. Don't you dare tell me to calm down. Don't sit there and tell me that he's one of the nicest people you've ever met when you don't even know him. You haven't known him your whole life, have you? You've only talked to him every now and then. Yeah, and you know what? I think that's all I need to know, that he's a good person. I mean, he's so supportive of our relationship. Do you know how amazing that is? I don't think a lot of relationships get that privilege to have the parents really like the person that their child is dating. Him and I get along. We have a mutual respect for each other. These are really good things. I don't know why you're so against it. You know, there's a lot of girls out there that would love for their boyfriend to get along with their dad. Be thankful that you actually have one that is. I don't even know what to tell you right now, Carl. I just can't believe that you would do this. I can't believe you would do something like this behind my back. All right, well, how about you just tell me then, Beverly? Give me a reason for why I shouldn't be talking to your dad, and then maybe I'll consider it. Because let me tell you, at the moment, you just look like the bad guy here. You look like the one that doesn't want people to get along with each other. Oh, really? Now you're gonna sit here and call me the bad guy, are you? That's just hilarious. It really is. Come on then, spit it out already. What's so wrong with me talking with the guy? Look, at the end of the day, you just don't know him. You don't know how he works. I mean, sure, I know he's got that incredibly nice exterior that he likes to give everyone. He just looks like the best person in the world, doesn't he? Especially when he acts that way. Well, I'm telling you he's not. I'm telling you, you should be on your guard. You shouldn't be falling for that crap. What do you mean? How is he in reality? Honestly, what happened between you two? I'm not getting enough of the picture here. I mean, I know that you lost your mom when you were a teenager, and that would have affected both of you. I would have thought that the two of you would have gone along with each other if something like that happened. You both lost someone that was very close to you. Instead of that, you two hate each other. Or at least, you hate him. Something here doesn't make any sense to me. Something is really off about this, and me being your boyfriend, I demand to know what it is. You don't get to demand anything of me, Carl. If I don't want to tell you what it is, I don't have to. What do you mean? We're in a relationship. We should be 100% honest with each other. That's the way I've been with you, and I expect you to do the same with me. Don't you think that it should be fair? Don't you think we should be treating each other as equals? Take a look at things from my point of view. How do you think I would feel if I'm telling my partner everything and she refuses to do the same for me? It doesn't feel good, does it? Look, I hate it, but you're right. You're totally right about that. You deserve to know about things, don't you? I guess I'll just fess up. I'll tell you what happened between us. It's about time. Well, go on then. What is it? What happened to make you hate him, but him still love you? It's when my mom died. Well, actually, it's even before that, but it's especially when my mom died. Oh, really? So that's actually the impetus for you to start hating each other? Interesting. What happened exactly? Well, here's the thing. Mom was a really hard worker. She's much like you in a way. She really cares about her family. She really wanted the best for us. She worked hard to make sure that she could have a decent amount of money so that we could all live better off. I really loved her. To this day, I still miss her. I know. I know you would. I mean, look, I know you don't want to talk about it that much, but I can see how much it affects you. I know that she was a big part of your life, even if you don't explain it to me. You know what? You're just making assumptions. I don't think you actually understand. I mean, she gave me everything. She told me how I should live my life. The greatest memories that I've ever had was with her. I mean, she was such a kind and strong woman. She's nothing like the people that I've met in my life. A lot of girls just want to run around and just enjoy themselves. They treat the world like it's their little playground, but she wanted to be serious. She wanted to create a future for me. And she wanted me to do the same with my family at some point. She was a really respectable woman. I can't believe someone like her had to disappear from the world. It's not fair. If there ever was a god or some sort of grim reaper that takes people away, why did it have to be her? Where's the logic in taking a good person away from this world? Think about the amount of good that she could have done. Beverly. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I guess I can't sit here and just complain about it forever. It's not gonna change the fact that she's gone. It's okay. Look, I understand. I understand if you want to vent. You should get it all out. You should get everything off your chest. She's a very important person to you. Thanks. So, how does this link with your dad then? Well, look. As I said, my mom amassed quite a fortune. She had a lot of money. I mean, she put a lot of study into it. She worked hard and she tried to find places where she could put the money. She tried to find assets that she could invest in. When she passed away, her money didn't just fly off into the wind. It actually went somewhere. She didn't write a will or anything. She didn't specify where her money would go. Because of that, all of her money went to Dad, and he didn't give me a cent of it. That scumbag. Is that what you're feeling angry about? You wanted him to give you the money? That's exactly what I wanted him to do. I deserve that money. That was meant to be for me. That was meant to be for my future, and he took it all for himself. I hate him. I hate him so much for it. Well, look, I don't really know what to tell you, Beverly. I mean, he was her husband at the end of the day. He's got every right to that money, if you ask me. Of course you would say something like that. I knew you would take his side. You're so caught up in how nice he is, aren't you? You can't actually see him for who he really is. Well, look, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you should be a little bit more lenient towards him. I've had enough. I don't want to talk to you. I've already told you too much. Well, actually, you've told me enough. You've already shown me how you truly are. It's quite clear that your dad is in the right and you were in the wrong. Go to hell! Beverly. Look, I'm gonna work on the relationship between you two. I know I don't have to, but as your partner, I feel an obligation to. Hey, Carl. How are you doing, buddy? I hope things are going well with my daughter. It's been a while since you and I chatted. You stopped texting me. Anyway, I have a really big favor I need to ask you. I hope you can hear me out. Well, hi, Bruce. How are you doing? Is there something going on? You can ask me for anything. I know that I'm not married to your daughter or anything, but I already consider you as family. What can I do for you? Well, here's the thing. It's gonna really surprise you, but you wouldn't happen to have $20,000 in cash, would you? Whoa, that's a crazy thing to ask me. $20,000 in cash. I'm really curious as to what you need this money for. You're not gonna believe it. As you know, I'm not exactly young anymore. My body doesn't work as well as it used to. I mean, look, I'm not a super old decrepit individual that can't even walk down the road, but I still have my difficulties getting around. Especially after the type of life I've lived. I mean, I've done a lot of jobs that involve labor. They weren't really easy on the joints. Because of that, I've had terrible knees. I've had them for a long time. I'm at the hospital right now, and they asked me for a crazy amount of money for the surgery. I know this is really out of the blue. It's really unexpected. But I know a competent guy like yourself would have the money for this. You wouldn't happen to have $20,000 on hand, would you? It'd be great if you could come send it to my account. Well, that sounds awful. But your knees don't just break like that. Did something happen? Yeah, something did happen. I mean, I was just walking down the road and I was really enjoying it too. As I'm approaching a corner, this kid comes out of nowhere with his bike. He's got one of those road bikes that are really good at turning. He was cutting that corner at a very high speed. Even in my old age, I was able to be aware of what was going on, and in order to dodge his bike, I had to react fast. But because of that, I ended up ducking to the side and actually damaging my knee in the process. Oh no. This sounds awful. Look, I'm telling you right now, it's not easy being an old individual. You should really take care of yourself. Let me be an example of what's gonna happen to you if you don't treat your body as number one. No, look, I totally hear you. I think I might add a little bit of mobility and stretching into my workout routine just after hearing this. So, anyway, you need $20,000, do you? I know it's a lot of money, but I'm family, right? You wouldn't mind going out of your way to do something like this, would you? Well, look, I don't have an issue. I definitely have the money for it. But I'm very curious. Beverly was telling me about the fortune that your wife amassed when she was alive. Apparently you got all that money. Don't you have the money to pay off that surgery? Oh, so she told you about that, did she? She sure did. She told me that's the reason why she hates you. She's angry that you didn't give any money to her at all. Yeah, I know. I know that would be the reason why she was angry. That girl. She really doesn't understand anything, does she? What do you mean? Well, here's the thing. Yes, I took all of that money. And yes, I don't have it now. All of it is gone. Everything? You're trying to say that every single penny is gone. It is. And she's hated me for it ever since. She doesn't realize what I was trying to do. She doesn't realize that I was just trying to be a good father. What do you mean by that? Well, look, here's the thing. When my wife passed away, I realized that I had to take up the torch. I had to be the one that leads the family. I tried to do what my wife did. She had her money invested in a lot of different assets, and it was gaining a good return. I tried to take my shot at business. I tried to open up my own business with that money, and I had no idea what I was doing. I actually lost all of it. Because of that, my daughter hated me. She thinks that I should have given that money to her. I made a huge mistake, and I'm paying for it with my daughter's love. That's really sad to hear, if I'm being honest. I'm so sorry you guys had to go through with that. I wish Beverly understood that your heart was in the right place. You're not particularly a bad guy. I know. But anyway, look, that's all in the past. Let's not get caught up in that. Do you reckon you can send that money to me? Yeah, sure. No worries. Just give me the bank details and I'll send it ASAP. Thank you so much. You're such a good man. I'll be sure to pay this money back to you. I promise. Hey, Carl, how's it going? You still keeping my daughter happy? You better do your job as a boyfriend, or else I'm not going to give you permission to marry her. I'm just kidding around. How are you? Well, Bruce, it's been a while since you've messaged me. I'm doing fine, thank you. Look, things are a little bit shaky between me and Beverly, but I'm pretty sure it'll work out in time. I mean, time heals all wounds, right? Yeah, exactly. You know, she's a really peculiar girl, but I'm sure you'll be able to work something out about it. But anyway, look. I'm not messaging you out of the blue for nothing. I've gotten myself into a serious situation. Oh, really? What's going on? Yeah, look. I'm wondering if you'd be able to give me about $200 a week. Is that okay? $200 a week? What the hell's going on? Well, look, you heard about my knee replacement surgery and whatnot. You know how serious it is. I sure do. You still haven't paid me back that money. I wonder, do you actually have a plan for how you're gonna get that money back to me? Well, look, I'm gonna get to that at some point, but let's not rush into things. I mean, let's figure out how to solve the problems that are right in front of us first. And one of those problems is the medicine that's required for me to cope with this knee surgery. The medicine? That's right. I mean, look, just because I had the surgery doesn't mean that everything's all fine. I still have to take medicines to actually heal the knee. Are you serious right now? Is that how this type of thing works? It's crazy, right? I mean, that's how severely damaged my knee was. So anyway, I'm not really sure how long I'm gonna have to keep this up. But you wouldn't mind giving me some money every week, would you? It would show a lot of commitment to me as family. I know that my daughter still hates me, but she would look on it in a good light. I can tell you that much. I'm not really sure how to feel about this. I mean, you still haven't paid me back that money. I'm not really sure if I have the means to give you $200 a week either. I'm doing quite well at work, but my money is going into a lot of different things. We're still paying off for the car, the home, and a bunch of other things. I'm not sure how feasible it is for me to actually give you this money. We're probably gonna have to go without food ourselves. Come on, is that really how you're gonna speak to me? I thought you actually cared about me. I thought you knew I was a nice guy. Was everything you said just lies? Were you just being fake with me or something? No, look, that's not the case at all. Don't make a big deal out of this when it doesn't need to be. Well, how about I just teach you a lesson, Carl? No one likes a sycophant. No one likes someone that's all talk and no action. If you actually cared about me as family, you would give me this money, wouldn't you? Bruce, I don't know. I just... Wouldn't you? Okay, fine. Look, I see where you're coming from. Maybe you have a point. I might be able to give you that $200. I just have to work a little bit more. Well, that's what I wanted to hear. It's good to see that you care about something more than yourself. I'll give you my bank details so that you can continually put money in it every week. Now I'm an old man, so I have a lot of other things to do. I'm going now, okay? This is really weird, though. I never really expected you to speak this way, Bruce. I hope everything's fine. Maybe the surgery got to your head or something. Carl, I'm getting really worried about you. Are you sure everything's fine lately? You're in a horrible state. What's going on? I need you to talk to me. Oh, is that you, Beverly? You need me to talk to you? It's been a while since you and I have talked. You've been angry at me about that thing with your dad, right? You thought that I was taking his side. Now you're actually showing that you care about me? Well, look. I don't want to hold on to a grudge forever. I mean, fine. You like my dad more than me. I get it. I can't really change that. It's not like I like him more than you. Don't get the wrong image. I'm just saying there's two sides to every story, right? But you know what? I don't think I'm getting the full story. I'm really confused about what's going on. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Don't worry about it. I don't really have time to think about this type of thing. Okay, well, I'm really worried about you. Did you actually end up getting to work? I mean, you were passed out on the sofa when I woke up this morning. I thought at some point you would actually come to bed. Yeah, look. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it there. I mean, I didn't even have a shower before I went into work today. I'm really tired. I can imagine. I mean, what exactly have you been doing lately? This isn't the guy I was expecting to live with. Our relationship was going amazing before we moved in here. Now I'm seeing a really sharp decline in your behavior. Like, are you actually doing something behind my back, Carl? Are you going out drinking? Are you seeing another woman? Like, what is it? Look, it's nothing like that. I mean, I haven't told you what's going on because you haven't particularly wanted to talk to me. That and I've been really busy. I don't have any issue with telling you what's going on. Okay, well, what is it then? Well, look. You know how your father has that knee replacement surgery, right? And he needs all that medicine. What did you just say? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He's had a really hard life and it's been really tough on his knees. He needed to get his surgery to replace them. I have no idea what you're talking about. What's this tough life that you're talking about? Surely you're not talking about my dad. What do you mean? If he didn't have a hard life, then why would his knees blow out? He said that he's been experiencing this thing for a long time. He's been complaining about it to you forever. No, he hasn't. What the hell is going on here? Are you actually believing this crap from him? Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, I sent him $20,000. Huh? And I've been paying $200 every week for his medicine. I'm sorry. You're doing what now? I know you're curious about me and what I'm doing. You must think that I'm off cheating or something. It couldn't be further from the truth. The reality is that I've been trying to get extra money doing a side job here and there. Just whatever I can get. Video editing or proofreading. Any little extra cash so I can actually pay for his medicine. I thought if I did something like this, you would actually appreciate me. Carl, that is the most backward way of thinking I've ever heard. I can't believe you've been doing this type of thing behind my back. Well, why? All I'm doing is helping your father. Isn't that what you want? As much as you hate him, I know that you would care for his well-being. There's nothing wrong with my father! I don't know what he's told you, but he hasn't had a particularly hard life. He's been the most cruisy and relaxed person I've ever known. And not only that, but this idea about his knees being damaged is such a joke. Ever since he married my mom, he hasn't worked a day in his life, even after she died. What the hell? I am so confused about what's going on right now. That's not true, is it? What the hell am I giving him money for, then? I know exactly what you're giving him money for. You're funding his gambling and drinking addiction. I'm doing what now? Let me guess. You never knew, did you? My dad is really good at hiding that type of thing. He always likes playing the righteous character. He always likes getting on people's good side. For all of his faults, he's really good socially. He can put on whatever image he needs to get what he wants. And what he wanted from you was your approval. What he wanted was your money. This can't be true. He can't be a gambler and an alcoholic. I mean, he was actually complaining about them. He said that they were the deadbeats of society. Of course you would say something like that. That doesn't surprise me, to be honest. What a hypocrite. He'll put people like himself down just to make himself look better. And now look what he's done. He's actually convinced you to give him money. I don't believe this. This is insane. I can't believe a guy like him actually lied to me. I can't believe he's been doing this behind my back. I told you. I told you that he's not as amazing as you think he is. I'm not gonna let this one slide by me. I'm not gonna let him get away with this. Carl! Carl! Carl, what the hell do you think you're doing? Do you know how late you are with your payment? I still haven't got my $200. I need this medicine. Do you know how painful it is having your knee replaced? I want that money and I want it right now. You ain't getting my damn money, Bruce. I can't believe I've given you the money up until this point. You're an absolute scumbag. I'm sorry, what now? Yeah, that's right. You're a scumbag. You're a piece of crap. A waste of space. And most of all, you're a deadbeat. What the hell are you talking about right now? Don't you dare speak to me that way. I thought you had better manners than that, Carl. Yeah, well, I was wrong about you as well, Bruce. I thought you were a particular person, but it turns out that you were the exact opposite. Your daughter told me everything. Your daughter told me everything about your habits. Your daughter even told me about how your wife died. You should be ashamed of yourself. How can you call yourself a man after everything you've done? What do you know? You don't know jack, kid. Don't try and judge me. Oh, I know a lot. I know a lot more than you think. How's that money that I've been giving you? Did it contribute to a really successful surgery? Of course it didn't. I know exactly where it went to. It went to the mafia, didn't it? You said, what now? Yeah, I know. I know everything. I know that you haven't really learned from your mistakes. I know you're still gambling and drinking. And I know that you still owe that mafia money. That $20,000 I gave you was to give them a lump sum, wasn't it? You didn't want them to do something to you. You didn't want them to actually harm you like they did in the past. So you know about that, do you? I sure do. And your daughter knows too. You're the reason why your wife has died. You just couldn't get rid of your addiction. You just couldn't stop being a burden to your family. You took your gambling addiction way too far. Your wife had to hide money from you so that you couldn't touch it. So you had no choice. You had to go to the mafia. You had to borrow money from them. You gave them the promise that you'd be able to pay it back, but look at you. You squandered it all on those slot machines. You couldn't pay them back and they weren't happy. So what do? They decide to run a hit on you. They crashed into your car expecting you to be so scared that you would actually pay them that money back. Little did they know that your wife was in there too. They killed your wife. They killed your wife because of your clumsiness. Shut up! Don't talk about things you don't know. Do you really believe what my daughter has been telling you? Oh, I believe her. I believe it with all my heart, especially after seeing your true colors. You're not getting any money from me and you're never gonna hear from me again. What? Who's gonna pay back the mafia? Who knows what they're gonna do to me if you don't give me that money? Are you happy with a man dying? If it's a man like you, I think you deserve it. But I'm not going to let you die just yet. You owe that mafia money and you also owe me money. I'm pretty sure I can have a talk with them and work something out. After that, I'm blocking you. You're never gonna talk to me or your daughter ever again. You understand that? Look at you. You think you're the boss of everyone, don't you? You think you make all the rules. You don't understand me. You don't understand how much of a liar my daughter is. Are you really gonna believe someone like my daughter? She's been hiding this whole thing from you this whole time, right? That's the person you're gonna believe? You're more of an idiot than I thought. You might earn as much money as you do, Carl, but you're an imbecile. Do you hear me? An absolute imbecile. You do the right thing and you give me that money. Carl. Carl! Where the hell are you? Don't you dare ignore me! Bruce continued to spam my inbox with threats and insults. It all sounded childish to me. I can't take this man seriously anymore. I feel really ashamed of myself that I actually fell for this type of character. I feel really ashamed that I let my gullibility potentially ruin the relationship that I had with Beverly. I should have listened to her from the start. From that point on, I talked around and I wanted to get in contact with the mafia that owed him money too. As it happens, he already paid them off in full, thanks to my money. That extra money that he's been getting every week went towards his addiction. The mafia heard the situation that we were in. They were really sorry about what happened to Beverly's mom. They had no intentions of that happening. They felt like in a way of repayment that they would actually give me my money back. They decided to put Bruce to work. They got him to do the lowliest of jobs. He also gets talked to like he's a piece of crap. He runs around doing whatever the mafia wants him to do. He's even at the whim of the grunts. They make him clean up after poorly performed crimes. He's usually there for hours scrubbing floors and getting someone else's blood on his clothes. Apart from that, he's also acted as a decoy, a person that they used to draw other people out, like law enforcement. They considered this a way of him making payments towards me. The mafia gave me money and they made Bruce work the same amount to pay me back. After that, they intend to keep him there forever. They feel like someone like this isn't worthy of getting back into society. As for Beverly and me, We were really traumatized by everything that happened. I mean, me siding with her father really hurt her. She had no idea that I'd be the type of guy to do that. It was only because I didn't have all the information, though. She quickly forgave me for doing something like that. It was a really big bump in our relationship, but I'm really glad it was there. I mean, up until that point, we've had nothing but good memories with each other. We barely had any issues. It's because of that I don't think that we would have been able to reach the next level in our relationship. You need a bit of turmoil to fully understand each other, and I was really happy that something like this happened. Because of that, we feel even more confident in our relationship. Stronger than ever. We feel so confident that, given a little bit of time, I actually proposed to her. She said yes, without a moment's hesitation, and we're planning to have the wedding in the near future. It's unfortunate that she doesn't have much family now. I mean, she lost her mother to a car crash, and her dad is forever in the servitude of the mafia. She's carrying a lot of pain, and I have to be the one to make sure that she can bear through it. But regardless of that, I really love this woman. I know that no matter what pain she has and no matter what challenges are on the horizon for us, I want to go through that together. Because of everything that happened, I know full well in my heart that she's the one I want to be with. I mean, she lost her mother to a car crash, and her dad is forever in the servitude of the mafia. She's carrying a lot of pain, and I have to be the one to make sure that she can bear through it. But regardless of that, I really love this woman. I know that no matter what pain she has and no matter what challenges are on the horizon for us, I want to go through that together. Because of everything that happened, I know full well in my heart that she's the one I want to be with. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. See you next time!